Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Adam Shredder, and today I thought I'd try a new style YouTube video format. It's kind of going over like my top 10, or well, I don't want to say top 10. I'll probably just say like 10 videos that I recommend. It's just like, spend a lot of time listening to YouTube videos, either while I'm working or riding back home, from work, sitting in traffic all day. So, yeah, I figured I'd just kinda go over, like, 10 videos that just, seem interesting to me that I guess I recommend if you like the kinda content I make. So, this first one here, um, Dan Frampton, he kinda does, like, kinda commentary videos, basically just going over, how My Chemical Romance I wanna say they had, like, a little bit of a hiatus, but I guess they're coming back on tour, and it's, like, costing crazy amount of money. I think he said something like tickets I wanna say, like, pit tickets for, like, either 800 a piece or 1,000 a piece. It's ridiculous. I mean, if those are just regular tickets. Um, there's another YouTuber that I saw recently, can't remember, I think it's Dan Atkins. I don't remember, he's a guitar player. He was doing a video about how, like, VIP has gone crazy, right? He's charging insane amount of money for that. For, like, normal bands. I cannot imagine what the this is a VIP. This is just regular ticket prices. So I can't imagine, like, you add on, like, if someone's gonna try to do, like, go see the band and do I don't even know if they're doing VIP, but if they did, I mean, that would be outrageous. So, anyway, not to linger too long on that, but, it was a good watch, and if you stick around, um, similar to this, trying to get like a My Chemical Romance tribute band going. I actually tried a little while ago and been talking to senior musicians. So, but anyway, I'll probably talk more about that in a later video. But this next one, I mean, Smosh, can't go wrong with them. Smosh Pit, uh, just like the whole like Smosh YouTube channel. I think they have like, or I guess just the brand because I guess there's a couple different channels. But I liked her stuff, it's all just pretty, like, you know, lighthearted. I mean, I guess with this, they're just kinda doing, like, different, they're just kinda doing different, like, viral, like, TikTok challenge or just, fun things that people are doing online. Just, I guess not as much of an easy, like, listen. I guess, like, stuff like commentary is kinda easier to listen to versus this is kinda more like, uh, kinda have to be able to watch it. But, I mean, like, I'll watch stuff like this, like, if I'm, like, eating food or whatever and kinda wanna, like, to have something just kinda more, like, visually entertaining, but overall, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that, like, guess they're more familiar with the older Smosh cast, so, to a lot of people, some people might not even know because I remember the whole thing was, man, people are gonna get mad if I forget his name. Um, Anthony. I kept thinking Andy for whatever reason. I was like, "There's no Andy." But, Anthony, so many people were like, "Oh, like, once Anthony left, it was over, like, Smosh was over." And, like, to be honest, like, I didn't know Smosh as well from back then, but, I guess I've kinda really only known, like, the newer, Smosh cast. So, I mean, I guess what I was getting at is that, like, he's come back since, and I don't know if, like, OG Smosh fans know that, and I wanna say since I'm not as familiar with the old Smosh, but what I've heard, they're trying to kinda bring back that older vibe, so, I mean, either way, I love the new cast. I mean, I think Shane's hilarious, at least I think so. I've heard some people, like, if you don't like people that laugh at their own jokes, then maybe you won't think he's fun, but I mean, if I was him, I'd laugh, so but, anyway, yeah, I usually like most of his stuff. This was a good one this week. Um, another one, Electric Callboy. Now, I normally wouldn't recommend for, um, only, at least, like, a lot of their vlogs and stuff, because they don't always speak in English. I mean, if you're not familiar with Electric Callboy. They used to be called Eskimo Callboy, and I guess politics, drama, for whatever reason. Um, I guess there were people that considered the term Eskimo to be offensive. I mean, it was kind of similar. I feel like it was a little after the time of a lot of bands and people, like the whole cancel culture thing. For about I mean, for them, they're a great band. Like whatever I support, whatever they need to do to not get canceled, because they're arguably one of the better bands that are like you know, um, kind of keeping rock and metal alive, and you know, kind of considered, even though they're not really new. I guess a lot of people might only know their newer stuff, but they were doing stuff back when like Attila and I remember they had Franz feature on a song back during their heyday. So I mean, they've been doing stuff for a while, but I think they either had a hiatus or just a big comeback with the crazy music videos. And anyway, they're this video, they're like spinning a wheel, and I guess from what I can tell, what is it, like 13, 15, I think 16 songs. So they're picking random songs, and you're gonna do covers of all the songs, which is pretty cool because they've done a couple covers before. They might be either acoustic covers or maybe they're gonna be full covers. I don't know, but it's a pretty cool idea. Like usually, I feel like bands don't just do random covers. I guess they're not totally random because these are like ones picked by the band. Um, so yeah, I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool idea. I don't They just go over the songs. They just pick the songs in this. So they're not like actually doing the covers. But I don't know. I guess just to me it seemed kind of interesting out of the ordinary. I guess I don't know if I mentioned it is all in English. I was kind of started off by saying I wouldn't normally recommend to English listeners or people that don't know German because they're a German band. But all of this, from what I can tell, is all in English, so easier to listen to. Sidemen Among Us. I love the Sidemen stuff, but the Among Us definitely another like visual though. Like definitely one that like while I'm eating a meal or something, I want to have like something to watch. But I mean, definitely one of the most like visually entertaining. I mean, they have some of the biggest YouTubers collab. Like they got like uh, KSI. A lot of times they have Laser Beam. I mean, they have like some of the biggest. I mean, I remember back in the heyday of this stuff, they had like Mr. Beast, and like they've had, I think, at every point like some of the biggest YouTubers ever on it. But also, it's just, I mean, beyond just that, I mean, the editing's great. I mean, it's a really cool idea. Always makes me wish that I had like a group of friends that I could do the same kind of thing with. But I mean, even they say that like from their perspective, it's just like they don't get all the different visuals. So people say that they get roasted in the comments for like um I mean, I guess I didn't explain, like if you're not familiar with Among Us, it's basically just like a game where like they have a bunch of characters. They're all trying to like complete tasks, and one of them's a murder, and you're trying to figure out who that is. And so, hey, just coming in from the editing bay. So I ended up using the Adobe like podcast audio enhancer effect. Long story short, I probably should have put the mic closer to my mouth instead of having it in my ear. I'm used to having it in my ear because it's my like AirPod knockoff. But I guess it uses like AI for the audio enhancer. But you'll get a good laugh out of it. It makes me sound like I don't know how to talk. But I didn't want to scrap the whole video, so I'll try to do better next time. But hope you enjoy. People say they got like roasted in the comments because like you watch the video and you can like see everything that's going on, and they do all these cool like zoom in and zoom out shots and stuff. But from their perspective, they're just all on a computer playing the game, or when the game goes to like a meeting screen, they just have like headphones. They're just hearing everyone talk, but it's not like the same visuals where like from the editing perspective, it kind of goes like, in and out of like one person's view to another. So, that's pretty cool. Very like visually entertaining. So I would recommend, like their videos are great. There's like you're able to like watch something. Um, CoffeeZilla, it's another, I guess if I'm going more like in the mainstream, I've been covering a lot of, I've been like following a good bit of like Mr. Beast stuff. I'm sure if you watch Mr. Beast videos and probably been covering some of it. I don't know as much about like crypto and stuff like that, but I also cover a lot of the other like smaller commentary channels, and a lot of them have been following this stuff. And so, um, if you've been following all the Mr. Beast, I guess you could say like Zama or whatever. Um, uh, Overall, CopyZilla, it's like higher production commentary in terms of like breaking down different, different invest in things, and investigating, like big creators like investments, like, if they can do anything shady. Uh, Do Perfect, uh, interview with Colin Samir. It's they go into a lot of stuff. I'm actually very surprised how much they go into in this video. They pretty much cover like they to find shots. I was trying to find a shot with all of them. Why is it showing it on my screen? I know. You need Dope Tapper singing the shot with all. The only way to respond to that. No guest has ever done that. I don't know, whatever. I was gonna try. Who even on a shot with everyone there, but anyway, yeah. They go into like a decent bit of kind of like what I would normally think would be more like insider knowledge, where they're talking about like how they almost retired and sold the company. They got like $1 billion buyout, and instead, I guess from what I understand, it's also from a title. It seems like they're trying to get the company to be worth $1 billion, and they got a crazy amount of ideas. Like they're trying to do like Do Perfect Kids, like Eat Perfect Junior. They talk about Girl Perfect. Um, I remember a while back, I'm glad they talked about it, because like towards the end of the video, I'd remembered at one point for D Perfect, they had talked about like D Perfect World. And that was something big that they had talked about a while ago. I'm thinking like, man, if they're going to cover that, because I remember for a while they were talking about, they brought that up, and it's like nothing ever came of it. And like, I was just thinking, man, like that think in an interview, unless that's just something that like they brought on. Long story short, they were actually going to try to make it happen. They were about to make it happen. They got like investors and everything. And then now that they're going to have a new CEO for the company, they're getting a whole new like upper management and all that stuff. They just want the upper management to like be a part of it. So, which I totally get that. That makes sense. So, but yeah, definitely if you're a Do Perfect fan, I can't say I've been following them since the beginning, but like, when they had their first like smaller building, like I want to say their first Do Perfect, they call like Do Perfect headquarters or whatever. It looked almost like it was originally like a small, you know, shop, similar to like a Verizon store or T-Mobile or something would set up out of, like when it was like that small, as opposed to like their huge warehouses and, Mr. Beast style, facilities that they have now. So, but yeah, I've been following them the whole time. Um, and, kind of back, I guess people would say like back from the trick shot days when they were really kind of, dialing in more on the trick shot stuff more than anything else. And I want to say that's part of why they said they're trying to build their crew and everything. They kind of want to like expand upon that. But anyway, like, this is a great listen. Just because it's more like an interview, like this is perfect for like driving. You just want to listen to something. This was a great listen. Um, Adam Ivy. So he's actually retiring. So this might be one of the last videos that we did to watch of him. Um, and so basically, he gives like a free master class, kind of going over, um, uh, basically what the title says, like build a successful music career, or how you kind of, go about like if you're a musician, like myself, like how do you kind of take that and, following the proper steps. His whole thing is just kind of like, I'm not gonna, just give you all this flashy, like, oh, in a couple steps, you're gonna get a billion views on Spotify or, plays or uh, like his whole thing is like real, like practical steps. Um, so, I really like it. I mean, it sucks that he's tiring, but there's a few other people out there like him. I mean, definitely in the comments, if you want me to recommend some more people like him, there's a few others in terms of like um music music marketing and just overall like music career advice. So but yeah, this is definitely a great one. I mean, might be one of the last ones that so definitely recommend that video. Uh, J Stu Studios. I mean, I won't lie to you. I actually have two J Stu videos for this week. They've been cranking them out. Like these guys, they just have a lot of really cool ideas. Like this one, surviving 24 hours off of one letter is really cool. I mean, if you haven't watched a J Stu video before, like a Planko board. If you're not familiar with what that is, you like take a ball, like starts at the top and just the ball kind of like works its way down and they'll have like number values at the bottom. And then, whenever they give these challenges, that's the fun start to the challenge is it's like you have random money amounts at the bottom. Um, and so then basically, I mean, they've been having some crazy jumps in money. I don't know if it was this one, but there was one I watched recently where like one guy had like $25, another guy had like $5,000. And it's just like, it's insane. And then basically, in this video, whatever number amount you land in, and then oh no, no, this wasn't a number. This video, it was the letter. Other videos, it's usually a number amount. I think this video there, they could all use whatever money, but then at the bottom were different letters. And so each one of them had to choose a different letter. And it was pretty cool. It was so basically surviving off of one letter was like, they start like that clothes stores, like, wear clothes that start with a certain letter or have a certain letter on it. And then eating was like, you can only eat like at both the restaurant and the food item. The name has to be a letter. And basically everything they did through the video. Overall, just a really entertaining video. Definitely more of like a watching one versus the Adam Ivy video is kind of more like a listening one. Um, so I really like that one. And then this one, another one, Jay Stu on their main channel, Overnight Survival Challenge, Amazon versus Temu, which, I mean, is funny. Like in the beginning, I'm not going to say it was clickbaity because I think the guys, I mean, in that sense, the guys almost like clickbaited themselves because at the beginning, and that's just kind of how it is on TV. You go on there, it's like, wow, like it's all the cheap foreign stuff. So they're like, oh, like, yeah, why different stuff, and they order a bunch of things, and then they make it seem like the Temu team is going to have it better, and then the team that gets Amazon, um, they like blow it out of the park. Like it also, I mean, you can see in the the shot right here, like it's snowing, and I mean it got like freezing. It got to some point where like the Temu team, their tent was falling apart. They were trying to climb into the Amazon tent. The Amazon guys were like, "There's no room." Like, give up the challenge. I think the team. I think Amazon basically just blew them away. But overall, yeah, it was just a really another like more visual watch. Like these same kind of stuff I'll usually watch um, while I'm waiting or while I'm like working on my computer or something, if I want to kind of like, you know, half in, half out. But yeah, overall, I just really, just the JSU stuff in general. I feel like if I keep, I consider them a pretty underrated, YouTube channel because even though they have a decent bit of subscribers, they put out a bunch of great ideas and like they're really entertaining. I don't really hear people like talk about them in the YouTube world. So I mean, if I keep doing like a top 10 or I don't know if I want to say top 10, it's just 10 videos that I recommend. Um, I don't know, maybe say in the comments, you like top 10 better or 10 that I recommend. But anyway, so I'll probably keep adding them because I mean, just, not, I don't have any association with them. I put out a lot of good stuff. So, No, they're really killing it on. And in this video, I'm not gonna lie, this was, this video was one of the main ones that actually kinda gave me the idea to do this kind of video series. Everyone's been following the Mr. Beast drama. And so if you have, you probably are familiar with the YouTuber Dogpack, where his whole thing is um an employee, an ex-employee that is trying to he was putting out a bunch of videos essentially. um the videos were supposed to reveal a lot of things. It's kind of what started it all, because I want to say before they basically Dogpack was revealing. um I'm doing a bad job at explaining this, but I'm also, because a lot of this stuff is up in the air, I'm trying to like explain it correctly. Dogpack was in his videos was allegedly saying that Mr. Beats was doing a lot of things wrong. That's how I should have put it. And then this YouTuber, Soggy Cereal, was allegedly saying that everything Dogpack said was wrong. And so the cool part about this is that before Dogpack, because Mr. Beast has been like one of the biggest channels in the world for a while now, even if he was caught doing something wrong, it was just kind of frowned upon for anybody to criticize his work at all. And so Dogpack was kind of one of the first people to actually gain traction. The problem is that uh, this YouTuber, Soggy Cereal, his video, um, like basically all the people that were supporting Dogpack after watching this video, and I can kind of agree with them too after watching it. Soggy Cereal, I haven't seen his, I'm not familiar with this YouTuber, but he did a great job. All the other people, including other Dogpack, for like YouTube supporters, they all agree too. I mean, I could recommend some of the other channels, like I want to say one's called Cam Nuggets, one's called Gwen Theo, another one is called like Ted the Turkey or something like that. But there's like several different channels that I'll follow that like they do like breakdowns, like more in-depth commentary breakdowns on this stuff. Just a lot of other like, if you're following this kind of stuff, easy stuff to listen to. Definitely another video that's great for that too, that's easy to listen to. But before this video, no one had really like, there were some people that were kind of going against Dogpack a little bit. But overall, people were just really supporting Dogpack for one, just kind of being like one of the first people to really gain traction, like criticizing Mr. Beast, who's like the biggest YouTuber in the world. Um, and so before that, nobody, I mean, there were some videos of people doing that, but they didn't really gain traction. So, but this guy, I mean, the video's like an hour 30. Um, it's a good, it's a long video. So definitely like, it's great for if you just kind of want something to listen to, like driving or, I mean, heck, this morning I was like pressure washing or, back porch. You just kind of had like, actually my AirPod right here just kind of had that in my ear listening to it, but for a decent bit of these videos. So, but I don't, I'm not going to try to explain all the videos, just so you guys can go and watch them. But, funny enough, this video over here on the side, Kill Tony, I totally would have added that video, but I figure I wanted to be honest because, we're coming up around Thanksgiving. And so basically, I haven't watched that video yet, but I usually watch the Kill Tony videos, and those are usually like great videos that I will like, entertain value alone. It's like a comedy podcast, probably the best comedy podcast. Like they've done shows in Madison Square Garden, and and it's the setup of the show is great. But I haven't watched this week's. I mean, it just came out a day ago, and I've been watching other videos and busy with some work stuff. And I was gonna say because of the holidays, because like Thanksgiving coming up, like I've been a little busy. That's why I wanted to do this video. I'm thinking about trying to do this style video every week. Uh, and so I only wanted to recommend videos like I've watched. But in future weeks, normal weeks, I'd probably, unless the Kill Tony video was a total flop. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. You appreciate you speak today. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you like this kind of video format. Wanted to try to do something kind of lower production just so like I can get more videos out there. But if you guys prefer less uploads and more like, flashing effects and, all that type of stuff, I can definitely do that too. So, but appreciate your support. I'm gonna try to upload more. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.